Jake, going back a couple weeks to the final drive in the Tennessee game, how do you think a drive like that prepares you for a game like this that's getting so much attention and so much hype?
I think all those kind of experiences are good for the team. You know, we had a lot of guys make a lot of plays in that last drive, and I think we're just going to grow from there.
I mean, I know everybody says taking one game at a time and you try to treat every game the same. Is that realistic this week, knowing what's on the line, the implications, and the opponent you're playing?
Well, you know, I think, I mean, it's a game that everybody always gets really excited about. So, you know, we're going to be ready this Saturday.
With all the national hype, how do you guys just kind of stay within yourselves and not get too over anxious and too eager?
To be honest with you, I don't read much or see. You know, I don't watch ESPN too much either. So to me, I don't really hear it or see it much. So I'm just trying to get ready for this game like any other game.
But you know how big it is. How do you?
Oh yeah, I mean,
internally, how do you deal with that internally?
I don't know. I think it just creates excitement for me, and I'm just glad to be part of this game.
That was one thing, though, Nick Saban discussed about the Ole Miss game, that maybe guys were a little too fired up pregame, maybe kind of lost focus a little bit because they were a little too hyped up to get that, to play in that game on that stage. Is that something maybe you guys can learn from? Is that something you're trying to manage?
Yeah, I mean, I think you know, over the course of this season, even I think everybody's kind of found their own way to deal with the big games, and I think, you know, all these games that we played, the big games we've been in so far this season, has really helped.
Do you think you've seen a defense like this? What kind of challenges do you already know that they're going to bring to you?
I think this defense is really similar to our defense as far as, you know, the toughness and the athleticism that they have and they bring to the table. So, you know, it's going to be tough, but we're looking forward to this game.
Jake, now that you're getting your reps and things of that nature, and we're 4 or 5 weeks into that, how far have you seen your game improve? Because it's no longer splitting it. It's different when it was early on, but now we're deep, and how far you've progressed individually.
You know, I feel like I've definitely gotten better, and I think the guys have gotten more comfortable with me back there, and you know, I think everybody's getting more comfortable with each other.
I know a couple weeks ago we talked about how you've embracing being the starting quarterback for the Crimson Tide. Quarterbacks are often judged by, you know, games they win against teams like Harvard and LSU. Is that something that you feel maybe a little additional pressure this week, knowing that these are kind of legacy-building games for quarterbacks who play at the school?
I mean, it means a lot to me, that's for sure. You know, I really want to win all these games, but to me, I'm just kind of trying to prepare like any other game.
Anything else? What do you do in your spare time to take your mind away from it then? You talked about preparing, so if you're not watching ESPN, you're not watching Fox 6, I don't know why you wouldn't watch us, but what do you do then to relax and keep your mind at ease and stuff?
I mean, if I'm not, you know, watching film or something, getting ready for the game, I usually just watch movies or something like that. Just try to keep my head out of the whole ESPN, and, you know, not that I don't like ESPN or anything like that. I'm just saying I try to stay away from it.
Obviously, your number one goal is to win games, but have you seen yourself grow throughout the last 5-6 weeks from a game manager to a playmaker, anything like that?
I mean, I think I've gotten more comfortable playing out there, you know, just because you know, the more games you get, obviously the more comfortable you're going to be. Especially with the guys, I feel like the timing and everything has gotten a lot cleaner, and you know, but for anything else besides that, not really.
Based on what you've seen and what you've had and played the last couple of games, I know Calvin Ridley has made some big plays. How do you think he's matured and grown, and how your kind of rapport is kind of?
Yeah, I think it's I mean, I think it's pretty obvious how, you know, he's doing a lot of things, you know, perfect, and him and Ardarius and all the other guys, they're running routes cleaner, doing everything that they need to do, and I just got to give them the ball.